Hi, Joel Rollins here for Rave TV Day 2, almost middle of the day now, of InfoComm 2016, and I am sitting here with Megan Knedler of Middle Atlantic, a line that I actually, in my dealer hat, happen to represent. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
How's the show for you so far?
It's so busy. Attendance is incredible. You can just feel the energy in the room. It's I love InfoComm.
Yeah, we both love InfoComm. That's great. Anything new at the show?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been getting an incredible buzz on our DC power solution because it's eliminating something we all hate.
Okay, I'm a dealer and didn't know you had it.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
Well,
So
here's
this is
the
good.
scoop.
Okay.
No more wall warts. So basically it allows you to cut the cord, and we have two different form factors of our DC power distribution unit. It can be mounted in multiple ways within an enclosure that actually allows it to take up 0 RU and accommodates all your wall warts. It has surge protection built in, has a little bit of active thermal management too to keep it nice and cool. So it's a pretty incredible solution that we've all been waiting for a really long time. We have a rat's nest of wall warts in the booth to make the statement, so we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I hate wall warts. I used to work for Extron and hated them then.
Yeah, right.
So DC, how many outs?
How many what?
How many outputs?
How many outputs? Oh my gosh.
How many wall warts will this replace?
Gosh, I'm trying to think of the number of them. So it has different bays for 5 and 18 volts, and then we have a larger rack mount version that accommodates even more than that. And it's all color coded with plus and minus signs for polarity to make installation really easy. And so I'm trying to think of how many per voltage it is, and I think it's 6. If I'm correct.
Okay, so 5 volts says that you could take USB powered devices and power them from it.
Correct. There's actually a couple of convenient USB outlets on the front as well. So 3 AC outlets. It's like the Swiss Army knife of power. I feel like it's pretty exciting.
Wow, that actually is great.
The phone is ringing at customer service already, and we haven't even officially announced it at Middle Atlantic. So I love when that happens. I'm in marketing, so it's a win.
Yeah, well, yeah. When you have a product that's exciting enough that before you announce it, people are asking for it.
Yeah, right.
That's a kind of a pre-indicator of market success.
Totally, and it shows the power of InfoComm, too.
When's it ship?
It's already shipping, so it just started. Literally, we are announcing it at the show, and my email goes out next week about it. So you guys are kind of getting
you've taken the lesson from Apple. Let's announce it on the day we have stock.
Yes, we have. We have learned our lesson. We want to be there. Like if your integrators are excited, they want it. We want it to be there.
So talk about your line a little bit. I mean, I know Middle Atlantic for racks. You're my #1 supplier for racks. What else you got in the booth?
So we actually are kind of expanding our value proposition to integrators. We want to be an infrastructure solutions provider. So we have representation in categories for technical furniture as well, which if you think about it, it's a rack first. It's designed for equipment mounting. It has all the right thermal management and cable entry and exit requirements. And then it's furniture. So it's a really cool solution. We also have, obviously, the power that we were just talking about. And we represent a couple of other lines. So that's C2G for connectivity, so lots of AV connectivity solutions from us, and wire mold. So that wire mold is really about making connectivity and power accessible. So
sure.
Integrators are dealing with a lot of open spaces, huddle spaces, modularity of furniture where end users want to reconfigure, and wire mold makes that possible with their solutions.
Talk to me a little bit about Middle Atlantic and its direction. Where, I've watched you develop a whole lot of lines. The power thing is brand new to me, which is great, but I think of you for console, rack, those kind of things. What's in Middle Atlantic's future?
Yeah, so the future is that infrastructure solution provider. So we want to be the expert in equipment mounting solutions, and we recognize that in AV, systems are getting decentralized. So you're not always getting a dedicated rack in a closet to support a system anymore. Now you're seeing Crestron's DM solution, for instance, in huddle spaces is 1 RU of equipment.
Right.
But there's tons of connectivity requirements. There's security issues now because you aren't getting it in a rack, but you're putting it in a room where there's lots of foot traffic. So how are we providing solutions within technical furniture and all the connectivity to support the different technology and equipment that needs to go in these new spaces?
Now, see, that's fascinating because we actually are building racks now where the bulk of the rack is actually taken up with bulkhead panels for connectors and not with rack mount electronics.
Right, that's true.
So that's great.
Yeah, and we have all sorts of fun solutions for small device mounting too, because hardware is shrinking. So it's just getting harder for that integrator to justify the rack to begin with. So how can we get craftier about how we utilize space?
Let me ask the dealer question here, which is the other problem we always have with large racks, especially, is thermal management. What do you have for thermal management solutions?
So we have thermal management solutions that cool components, that cool closets, that are rack mount, that cool cabinets. So we have them in almost every flavor that you can imagine. Thermostatic control is a big deal because you only want it to turn on when it needs to, as fast as it needs to.
Right.
Nobody wants to hear it. They need it to work. They need it to stay cool, and it's a requirement of the system. So this is something on the furniture side we're really trying to provide a lot of education around, because we see a lot our integrators having to drill holes in furniture to keep things cool, or service calls where, oh, guess what the solution is? Let me just prop your doors open for a minute and let the system cool down, and it'll work again in just a second.
That's so funny. We actually have a joke about that internally, which is, wow, isn't this credenza beautiful? Hand me that hole saw.
Yes, exactly. So our credenzas have built-in blowers that are thermostatically controlled, like I said, only as fast as they need to and when they need to. So, the end users won't hear it. And at max volume is 32 decibels. So still very quiet and tolerant even when they're running at full speed.
I'm in the middle of building a new studio for the new Rave TV. What do you have in production console furniture?
In production console furniture, so we have a full line of viewpoint consoles. We have sit-stand consoles that are appropriate for all the different ergonomic requirements. Video walls with micro adjust that can go behind your console so that you've got all the right ergonomics to support it from an infrastructure standpoint.
Wow, I have to come see you.
Yes, and all the cool finishes too.
All right, let me ask you the question that I stump everybody on. What's your booth number?
Our booth number is C9125.
Okay, great. So
Did I ace it?
Central Hall. You aced it. You aced it. That's great. Okay, I'm glad the show's going well, and I am going to come by and see you because I do have to build a new studio.
Well, awesome. Well,
Great.
We would love to have you.
Megan, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Joel.